The grades are here, and we're ready to go.
Yes, the professor is back. I would put no B+. There's no way. That is the lowest grade I've given this year.
Not today.
Yep.
Well, actually.
Yeah.
Well, fellas, let's get right to it. Highest grade of the day is going to the offense, giving them an A. Almost 600 yards of production. You know, it's hard not to. You know, they were 100% on fourth down, 50% on third down, which is really good. And we reduced penalties. More importantly, we reduced penalties. So we didn't – there was less shooting yourself in the foot.
Any pushback there, Hogue?
No. Was there anything you didn't like that you didn't go A+?
I mean, there's – yeah.
I'll nitpick it. Let's go.
Yeah, go for it. Yep, go for it.
Well, I mean, look, top receiver yesterday was Colston. That was sweet. But
a lot of drops from 15.
I mean, Rome Odunze didn't have a catch.
So I was watching the film this morning, guys. I think that heel injury might actually be more
I agree.
they let on. He just didn't look like the same guy cutting in his routes.
Mm-hmm.
It just something seemed not like catastrophic, and I'd rather have him on the field because they got to pay attention to him then. Mm-hmm. But just something to watch going forward.
Interesting.
Yeah, I had the same thought that when you look at those numbers, you got to think that there's no way that Rome's 100% if that's just not him. So then you got to think, do you give Rome a week off? And you'd feel a whole lot more comfortable giving him a week off if Luther Burden was healthy and ready to go out there. And you got to make it through the whole season, man. If that heel's bugging him to the point that he looks, that he's not right, you got to calm it down. There's really no other choice. So we'll see. I wouldn't be. I'm not. Rome's super tough. Rome wants to be out there. Rome wants all the things. So I wouldn't bet on him not missing a game, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Regardless, he's got to get out of this little funk with his hands.
Right. Because you keep talking about feet, that has zero to do with his hands. You have one job out there when that ball is thrown, is to catch the doggone ball.
Mm-hmm.
Matt Nagy's showing no sympathy. Heel injury shouldn't affect your hands. Nagy,
yes.
just out
can't catch with your heels.
Out here being Nagy on the consistent.
Wide receivers do get in slumps though, and like any slump in any sport, usually has to do with confidence.
Yeah.
So when you got that little sense of doubt in the back of your head, it can cause some things. So they got to get him out of that.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough.
Defense.
Oh boy.
It's going to get ugly, fellas. It's a good old F, right? Good old F, right? When you give up almost 500 yards of offense, they were bad on third down. 50%, they converted 50% of their plays. The Bengals converted 100% on fourth down. One highlight, though. Nope, two. The takeaways, we had 3 takeaways, and our run defense was outstanding. However, when you give up 42 points, you know exactly you're going to fall into the F category, guys. You earn that.
Yeah.
I'll try to push back on this one too. What about the 3 sacks? What about Montez getting home? What about Booker getting home? What about a CJ Gardner-Johnson making a play?
That's all great. That sounds good. That was all in an effort of giving up 495 yards.
Joe Flacco had a career-high passing yards yesterday. Yeah. You didn't close out the game.
Mm-mm.
You did, though.
No, you didn't.
Great job on the Hail Mary. Well, how many did they send? 5?
6.
6.
Yep.
Phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
Phenomenal play.
Yeah.
Great job by Dennis Allen on that play.
I gave him a game ball for that because.
Yeah. I will say, I'm not going to quibble with the grade. It should be an F. You can't give up that many yards and give up a lead the way they did.
Correct.
I will say the pick 6 was wiped out by a rule I think we need to look at in the offseason.
That was BS.
They had another interception, Byard, which I didn't love the PI call. They showed the other angle, and his arm was kind of behind him, I guess. It seemed a little ticky-tacky to me. Yeah. And then Tremaine did get the pick. So from a takeaway standpoint, there's some things I like, but I'm not going to quibble with the F. It's got to be better.
Got to be better.
Yeah.
Since we're on the
F train.
Since we're talking about the F train, yep. Special teams is up.
Woo!
Yep. Another fat F. All right. You don't listen. We started the game off on the wrong side of the foot. All right, like it's an opening kickoff, return for a TD. Santos is back and he misses a field goal, brings up controversy. The onside kick muff. There were too many things where our special team stood out in the wrong way.
Yeah, Charlie Jones had a day to remember. Start a football game on Sunday, taking it to the house. You're never going to forget that one.
Touched.
Mm-hmm. It was interesting to hear Daniel Hardy or read Daniel Hardy's comments about the onside kick because he was talking about how he's got to go back and watch it because he still is trying to figure out what he did wrong. So I will defer to you, special teams coach Adam Hogue. Why don't you tell Daniel Hardy what he did wrong?
Well, I mean, I broke it down yesterday, but there's a good YouTube video out there. Just block. Get up.
You not know.
Yeah, that's
what I said.
That's confusing to me. I don't unless I'm completely wrong, it seems very apparent what he did wrong there.
Yeah.
You have to execute your block or not get hit by the ball.
Correct.
It's one of the two. You can't be extremely late off the ball, out of position, and then have it hit you in the foot.
Yeah, I was going with the don't let the ball hit you in the foot maneuver. Just don't do that. Whatever you do, avoid oblong football. I mean, it's not like somebody kicked it into him. The ball hit him first. That's why
it's not hard. It's not hard to figure out.
Yeah.
This next grade for coaching is as well as Ben. I believe Ben did. In managing that offense. When you have two parts of your team, whereas defense and special teams, and they get an F, it's just impossible to give a higher grade than a B, or I'm sorry, a C+, higher grade than a C+ for coaching. So unfortunately, we have to grade as a whole, and because of that whole, and you have two Fs and an A, that averages out to about a C+.
Yeah, again, it's more than just Ben Johnson.
Yep.
You got outplayed in 2 out of the 3 phases yesterday. When that happens, you're fortunate to win.
Mm-hmm.
I would go into a little bit of a Herm Edwards here. You play to win the game. They won the game.
Are we talking Herm Edwards at ASU? All the scandals? We're talking scandals now, huh?
You play to cheat the game.
I mean, Ben Johnson, you get a B from me. At least, just
Ben Johnson gets a B?
Ben Johnson?
What did he do wrong?
Well, we're doing the whole coaching thing.
Right. And Ben is a different human than Dennis Allen.
Right.
And
yeah,
Richard
but Ben's
Hightower.
responsible for everybody, so.
There it is.
Okay.
He
hired these guys.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I asked this in the pre-show meeting. I'll ask you guys here. Was this Ben Johnson's best game as a play caller with the Bears?
Ooh. Stephen Nicholas. Fireball question.
It's hard to say, man. Like he knew that he could run those trick plays were going to work. You turn on the tape. This team is they're the last ranked defense because of what he's seen on tape. They're undisciplined. This is a team where you play against a very disciplined team, and you're going to say, listen, this trick play is not going to work. This one's probably not going to work. There's certain things you have to do. So, yeah, the play calls were great, but most teams that play Cincinnati their offensive coordinator is going to have great play calls because they're going to produce against them.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to take anything away from what he did because it was great. But all those years I would sit here and sometimes, not usually, but sometimes defend some of the OCs because – and just for the very fact that it is really hard to call plays when your offensive line isn't blocking anyone. Mm-hmm. Well, the same thing's true on the opposite side. When you are consistently getting like a 2-yard push with your offensive line in the running game, boy, that makes it a lot easier to call plays. So, again, I'm not trying to take anything away from Ben, but because you got a game plan, you got to draw up those plays, you got to have the confidence to call a trick play where your backup quarterback's throwing the ball over like 20 bodies to the other quarterback.
That's wide open.
Who has to catch it. But that takes good game planning. a feel for the game, and he's doing a phenomenal job right now.
And then Lance, I asked you during the game on that Philly special hot potato play. I'm like, oh man, I don't know if I want to throw to the quarterback in a scary situation like that where you kind of need the points. And you said no, they probably saw something on that game prep, that game tape that told them that was going to work. So that and several other reasons with the trick plays and just the play calling in general and really committing to the run, I do think that was Ben Johnson's best game as a play caller.
No pushback from me.